Students, those who are saying good evening, I am also saying good evening. Online students, am I audible to you? Okay. So let's start the discussion. Open your notes. Go to our previous place. While loop syntax. So go to the place. This is the one we did in the last class. Some examples on the while loop. And tomorrow next we'll go for next example. We will move to that. What is the next example? And the last class when you look at this continuation of our last part is this one only. Okay. So I'll move to the further. This is what is this? To finding the sum of n natural numbers. Finding the sum of n natural numbers. Now I want to move to the further. Write down. Open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will find which will find which will find sum of squares of sum of squares of sum of squares and you write one more also you write sum of squares and cubes of n natural numbers. Sum of squares and cubes of n natural numbers. Sum of squares of cubes of n natural numbers. Did you understand that question? So look at that. This is called what here? Natural numbers. Natural numbers. Next is what is here? Squares. And next what? Cubes. Important. If we come to this place, squares here and the cubes. So I want to print n is equal to what I am entering, students. N is equal to 5. So there I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And what is the 1 square here? 1. What is the 2 square here? 4. 3 square is what? 9. And 4 square is 16. And 5 square is 25. And then if you look at, if you feel difficult about that 4 and 5 and all, to take the shortcut. 1 cube is 1. And 2 cube is what? 8. And 3 cube is 27. 27. And at the same time, I want to print the sum of this data. I want to print the sum of these values. Sum of these values. Already you know, this sum we found the logic. What is the answer now? 1, 6. And what is this? 14. And this one is 30. 36, huh? 36. So this is an answer I want. I want the exact answer like this. So how we did this example last moment when you look at it. And I took this s is equal to 0, which is a very important today. That I will carry forward even in today's class also. This is doing what? Squares is carrying. Today I need to go for what? Squares I want to do it. First of all, how do you do the squares? That just I'm trying to write it. I is equal to 1. What is the logic yesterday written? I less than or equal to some 3. I less than or equal to 3. Now I'm printing. I was printed what? I. When I was printed I, what was the answer is printing? 1, 2, 3 printed. But today I'm printing what? I star I. I star I am printing. When I print I star I, what is the value printed? 1 into 1. Next 2 into 2. Next 3 into 3 printed. Correct? Now, yesterday's class, we looked at what? S is equal to S plus I. That is called a natural sum is doing. Today, what I am doing? Square sum is equal to 0 I am doing. what I am doing there, SS is equal to SS plus I star I am writing. I star I, which I am keeping track of what? Square sum I am going to keeping track of. So I am keeping track of square sum here. SS 0 plus 1 into 1, 1. Next to 2, 2. Already 1, 1 plus 2 into 2. So 4. 1 plus 4, 5. I plus 1, 3. 3 less than or equal to 3. True. 9 printed. 9. Already 4. Oh, sorry, 9. 9, 5. 5. Plus what? 3 into 3. 9. 9 plus 4. 9 plus 5. 14. 14. I plus 1. 4. False. Coming out of that. And coming out of that. Now I'm printing what data here? Else. Printing what here, you know? SS I will print. SS I will print. I hope you are following that. So this is called what? I'm doing squaring here. I'll carry this data, while loop related example only. I'm carrying this. Here I'm going to take up while loop example 6.py. 6.py. Within few minutes, I'm going to introduce the for loop also I will introduce. So here I'm going to write it 6.py finding sum of n natural numbers, sum of n natural numbers, and next is what? Squares and cubes also I want. First I will print it. Here one heading I will print, students. What I am printing? NEAT, NUMs I will print, and one backslash T, one backslash T. Squares I will print it. One backslash T, backslash T. What I am printing? Cubes I will print it. And below to that, I am taking S is equal to 0. And I will do what? SS is equal to 0. Why I am taking SS is equal to 0? For accumulating individual generated squares, numbers, squares. Are you following? Next, I will take one more also. CS is equal to 0. For what purpose? Cubes. How do you print this now? I wrote it. And here I am printing backslash T. I is printed. One more backslash T. What I am printing now? I comma. What is this now? I star I for squares printing. If you understand I star I, I will write one more backslash T. I'll write one more kind of thing. So this will print for this data, and this I star I will print for square, and I star I will print for this one. This is going to print. Three values are printed. This is S plus I is for what? Natural number sum. SS is equal to SS plus I star I. So plus I will write it, plus. And in place of writing I star I, if you already know subject, I star 2 also I can write it. CS is equal to what? CS plus I star 3 I can write it. Here also you can write I star 2. Here I can write I star 3 also you can write it. And I plus 1, as usual, I am printing same to same. This standard, I will keep it here also related to the sums I will print. S comma, SS comma, CS I will print it. CS I will print it. Are you able to follow? Let us run this code. So I'm going to say 3 I will say. What is the answer is coming? Of course, see the answer first. 6 is coming or not? 149. Answer is called what? 14. I will take some small backslash t's, and this 1827 answer is coming 36. So that also I want to adjust it. So let me go to the backslash t. Here I will write backslash t. Here also I will take one more backslash t. Try to run this now. I'll say here 3, and I got it 1827. I hope you are clear. Still you want to bring here exactly. Use one more backslash t. Use one more backslash t. Two more backslash t's. Until you get perfection in the adjustment, you go on using that. 3 you say. That is perfectly available like this. You go for a big number. You say 5. Got it. 5. Are you getting? So there's a formula you learned. What is the formula? N into n plus 1 by 2. What is the formula for that? లేదు. N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 2n plus 1 by what? 6. Only basic formula you know. And what is this cubes? N into n plus 1 by what? 2 whole cube I will write it. That will be the answer. Okay. Formulas you don't worry students. Try to understand. Try to run once again. I'll say 10. So 10 numbers are coming. 10 numbers are coming. All the 10 numbers. And then their squares. And then their what? Cubes. All the values are coming. Clear up? Right. Done. So still if you are feeling difficulty, you can take 1 and 2. 1, 2. 1, 2 square. 1, 2 cube. Output is coming. Able to follow? Now I'll say any negative value, invalid input, done. So my interest is to deal with taking some additive identity and then accumulating my results, something like this. You can happily write what, I star 2, and instead of writing I star star I like that, I'll write what? I star star 3. You can say here, and I'm saying 5 here, and 5 result is like this. Clear up? Come on, guys. Right. So let us move to the further. Write down. Open the notes. So this indicates the additive. This is the main important second stage I am entering. One more also you write down. Write a Python program. Online students. Is it clear, students? Try to respond. Don't sit quiet and calm. Have you done homework? Have you done homework already? Done homework, boys? Everybody. Girls. Everybody done. So no need to call mentors. Hmm? Done everybody. So I'm believing you. I'm believing you 100%. 100% I'm believing. If you don't do homework, you're cheating by yourself. I'm believing you. Is my belief correct? Correct. Huh? Some girls are not saying anything. Your sorry is sincere. If you tell lies to him, it's not correct. Done the homework. Okay. Not saying yes sir also. They're hesitating to say. No problem. But so now Hemanath Sai got a doubt. In even number only he got a doubt. Because beginning he said because I did not respond on that, he got a doubt. Sir, I did even program, but test case failed. So he stuck up there only. Even number program is dead easy. It's a dead easy. That's why I gave homework. Odd number program I said in the class because it's a little tricky. Even number program only getting stuck up means what? He already stuck up in his Java class. He is getting stuck up in my Python class also. There is no meaning because I am the one which I am explaining perfectly to you. So any Hemnath Sai, no need to after ask the class. There is not that much big doubt. It's very simple also. So very simple doubt. Look at simple doubt. I is equal to what? See, I am writing for you. I am writing for you. Even numbers I am taking. See, this is called 2. If I want to take it, I less than or equal to 10. Even numbers within 10 I am writing. Print of I. I is equal to I plus 2. I is equal to I plus 2. That's all. After my result, you will get that result also. From 4. I am getting my result called like this. There, what is there in stuck up? I never stuck up in my coding. If you stuck up, it's your problem. So, I'm not say, are you okay? Right. Start. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will which will find the product of which will find the product of which will find the product of n natural numbers, which will give the product of n natural numbers. Are you following? Right. So let us start with, again, I gave odd number input means it is showing odd numbers. So see, odd numbers is giving. I will get my program back. This is my data. I am giving odd number as an input. Odd number. I gave odd number. What is my output? Same. Say some 3. I got the same answer. No problem. Whether you give even number or odd number, directly I will write it. Int of what? Input of enter. Enter a number. Enter a number. Directly I'm writing in while loop. Directly I'm writing in while loop. This is related to my code. Here I'm writing 13. What is an answer is coming? Enter a number. Of course, it is taking in the loop again and again. So 0 I will say. So it is coming out of that. This part, actually I gave a homework. I don't want to discuss, but he is asking, and I don't want to make him to get a problem here. So here I am writing n, I will take it. See this. Enter that, leave that, enter the number 13. What is my numbers are coming? Even numbers. Within what? 13. I will enter what? 21 I will enter 21. What is that 21? I got here 21. 21 I got it. What is the numbers I got it? 20 only. Perfect. Coding is perfect if you are practicing. So coming to this, next I will move to the further. Product of n natural numbers. Shall I go to the product? Yes. Did you understand the logic? Did you understand the logic, students? What is my numbers? N is equal to 5. N is equal to 5. What are my numbers, ma? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to do business for 5 days and your profits are not additive. Your profits are multiplicative. So first day profit, 1 rupee. 1 rupee to be multiplied with some profit or not? Before doing the business, what is your multiplicative property? 1. Yesterday only I also give you. Profit is equal to what? 1. Suppose if you take profit is equal to 0, what will happen? You see, profit is equal to profit into what? 1. 0 into 1, 0. 0 into 2, 0 into 3, 0 into 4. All the things is called big 0 at the end of it. I should not go like that. What should I do? 1. This is 1 into 1 is called 1. Next, 1 into 2 is called 2. 3, 4, multiplying with every number with its previous thing. Are you following me? This is called what? Multiplicative identity. So I'm going to carry this example. What is this now? I am taking with your help. If you understand me, I will take while loop example 7 because these are all called very, very important tips for you. 7.py. I will carry this data. I will carry this data. I will put it here. While loop example, finding the product of n natural numbers. How many natural numbers product you want? N less than or equal to 0, invalid input. Natural numbers within n, as usual, I am taking it as what? S is equal to 1. S is equal to 1 for accumulating the product of individual generated numbers. I say this I less than or equal to, I'm saying it as what? I in S into I. That is S value is called what? 1. I value is called what? 1 into 1 is called 1. 1 plus 1 is called what? 2. Going back. Suppose if my number of numbers are 5. 1 less than or equal to 5. True. What is the value printed? 1. 1 into 1, S value 1 and I value 1. 1 into 1 is called 1. I plus 1 is called 2. Go back to 2. What is the value printed? 2. Already S value 1. 1 into 2 is called 2. Keep in mind, S value 2. I plus 1 is 3. 3. Go back to that. Print of what? 3. 3. What is the value of S here? 2. Into what? 3. It is called what? 6. I plus 1 is 4. 4 less than or equal to 6. 5. True. Printing what? 4. 4. S value already how much? 6. 6 into 4, 24. 24. Next, I is equal to I plus 1, 5. 5 less than or equal to 5, 2. Print what value? 5. I plus 1 is this what? S value is called what? 24. 24 into 5 is called what? 120. I plus 1, 6. 6 less than or equal to 5, false out of that. And I will print the value called what? Yes, which is going to print 120. Understanding that? So I'm writing here product. I'm printing product. So online students, this S is equal to 1 is called what? Multiplicative identity. So try to run it. I say here 5. You are getting product is 120. You say the value called 4. Value is called 24. You say the value called what? 3. Value is called 6. Now in other words, 10. 10. I'm getting the data called what? 10. And you got the result like this. Able to follow? Now, in other way around, if I say 3, it is called 6. This logic itself is called factorial of a number. Factorial of a number. That simplest point I am converting into factorial of a number. 1 into 2 into 3 is equal to what? 6. Is it not called product of the natural numbers? It is also can be written as what? 3 into 2 into 1 also called as 6 only. But this logic says what? 1, 2, 3 only I said. Got it up? So this logic you got it. And this logic also I will tell you. Shall I move to the further? So open your notes. Online students, I'm going more and more deep of the logics. You have to understand, you have to respond also. If you don't respond, if you don't practice, if you just only attend the class, you will attend only next 10 days, 15 days only you will attend. After that, it will bounce to your beyond your scope of understanding. So automatically you will go to the resting state. Resting stage you will go. That means resting means you will not attend the class, you will move here and there. That is going to happen. Right. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will calculate factorial of a number. Factorial of a number. Factorial of a number. Yes. Look at that. Now I'm going to take it. Factorial of a number. Case 1. Look at students. If n is equal to what? 0. Then if n is equal to 0, then fact is equal to what? 1. 0 factorial is equal to what? 1. Next, case 2. Case 2. If n greater than 0, then factorial is equal to 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 4 into so on. What is this? N. That is called one logic. Another way logic is what students, n is equal n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into so on. I will write it 0 factorial. 0 factorial. What is the 0 factorial? In place of that, what is substituted? 1 is substituted. This is the another logic. One more logic is what? Case number 3. Case number 3. What is the case number 3? If n less than 0, then then you must display no factorial, because for negative numbers, no factorial. For 0, there is a factorial. For greater than 0, there is a factorial. For negative numbers, no factorial. Did you understand? Example, if I take it, n is equal to 3. What is the answer, ma? 1 into 2 into 3 is equal to what? 6. That is an answer. One more way is what? Tell me. 3 into 2 into 1. That is also called what? 6. Already this logic is done now. And this is the logic I am going to take up. And it's also easy. So I will rename my code. The same example I will rename. Same to same, I will rename it. This is called a 6.7.py, I think so. Same example, I am going to code it in this way. So 8.py will carry the same logic, but only different meaning I will provide. Finding factorial of a number. And in your college days also, you did this example. It is your favorite program also. Enter a number for calculating factorial of a number. Factorial of a number. If the number is less than what? 0. Invalid input. Invalid input. No factorial for no factorial for which numbers? Negative numbers. Okay. Else easy that I'm going to remove. I'm going to take it as usual. As usual. Fact is equal to what? 1 I need to take it. Y fact is equal to 1 for accumulating my numbers or not. Again and again I am not going to tell. Y fact is equal to 1. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. What is my initial multiplier? 1. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. What is my initial identifier? Additive identifier? 0. These are all blind rule, and then understanding rule also I said to you. So I need to take out this data you remove and try to take it. This is my data. What is the value coming now? 1. So what is my value starts with? 1 less than n. Take my example. It is called 3. What is the value now? I. Starts with that 1 into 1. What is this 1 is called? Fact. Into what? I. Where I am keeping it? Fact. Fact. I value is called 1 into 1 is called 1. This is called 1 now. Next, I will be incrementing or not? I will be incrementing. What I do again? Fact is equal to fact into what? I. Fact is already 1. 1 into 2 is called 2. 2 kept in where? Fact. I is equal to I plus 1, 3. What is the fact again? It was 2. 2 into what? 3. It is a 6. 6 kept in where? Fact. Done. So, coming to this place, and here I am writing, come on, fact is equal to fact into what? I. I is equal to what now? I plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1. Done. I will print the data. What is my data printing? See, while loop. I am printing that. How I am printing? Print of factorial of that number I will print is equal to result I will print format of n comma fact. N comma fact. Are you following that? So let us run. Enter. I say 3. Factorial of 3 is equal to 6. You say 4. Factorial of 4 is equal to 24. You say 5. Factorial of 5 is equal to like that. Factorial of 7. 7. Factorial of 10. Factorial of 10. Like this. Factorial of 0. 0. Go to the code once you see. What is the number entered? 0. 0 less than 0. 0 less than 0. False. Coming to where? Else. Fact is equal to what I am taking? 1. I is equal to what I am taking? 1. What is the value here? While loop. 1 less than or equal to what? 0. What is this? False. Go to where? Else. Factorial of what is the value of n? 0 is equal to what is the value of fact? 1. That is printed as what? 0 is equal to 1. That logic you need to know. So already it is there. Factorial of 0 is equal to 1. You try to run it. Here I am writing -4 is invalid input. No factorial for negative numbers. Getting? Fine. So this is about subject of what? Factorial calculation. This is called a something like this. 1 into 2 into 3 into so on what? N kind of multiplication, forward direction. Now I want to go for what? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into so on what? 0 factorial. This reverse kind of thing I want. How to do that? That I'm going to introduce now. So coming to the point of it, here I'm going to enter. While loop 9 I'm going to discuss. While loop 9. So I'm going to discuss while loop 9.py. So here, while loop 8, while loop 9 I'm going to take up. So here, while loop 9.py. Same to same, remove this. N less than 0, same. Now, what is our requirement here? Look at, what is this now? N factorial is equal to, or directly I'll write it, 4 factorial is equal to 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. First, what is the number coming? 4. To be multiplied with what? 3 kada Mudhubavulu 1. Em radu meeku asalu? 4 to be multiplied with something, initially 4 will come. First day I got profit 1 only. Will you multiply second day profit? What you are understanding? 4. 4 will be multiplied with 1. So that it is 4 that day only. Next day, what is the next value? 4 minus 1. Next day, 4 minus 1. Next day value today is not coming. So I need to keep track of this decremental product. So I will take it. Fact is equal to 1. As usual, I am taking. Fact is equal to 1, I am taking. Now I need to write. What is my value start with? I do. I is equal to n. Without doing n also I can do. How do you do? While n greater than or equal to 1. Greater than or equal to 1. I need to take up to what? 1 only. I already said decremental stage greater than or equal to 1. What should I do? Fact is equal to fact into n. What is the first time n value? 4. 4 greater than or equal to 1, 2. What is this now? 1 into 4. 4. In fact, after that, what will be the n value to decrement? 3. So n is equal to n minus 1. What is the value of n? 3. Go back. 3 greater than or equal to 1. 2. What was the fact already? 4 into what? 3. How much? 12 in fact. 4 minus 1. 3 minus 1. 2. 2 greater than 0. 2 greater than 1. True. What is the fact already? 12. 12 into 2. 24. 2 minus 1. 1. 1 greater than or equal to 1. True. What is the fact already? 24 into 1. 24. 1 minus 1. 0 greater than or equal to 1. False. Out of the while loop. I'll write here else. Out of that else. Now I'm printing. Same to same. I'll write what is that? Factorial. Factorial of what? I'll write it. N value is equal to like that. Dot format of, if I write n comma fact, it will not print n value as it is. It will print 0 will print 0. Why? N reduced to what? 1. N is getting decremented or not? So that's why in this place always print what? 0 only. But result will come properly. See that. 4. 4. 4 reduced to what? 4 minus 1, 3, 3 minus 1, 2 minus 1, like that. It reduces to. You run once again. You say something like 10. It is the answer we are getting it. We are getting 0 here. So how do you rectify that problem? That's why in the beginning you say what? I is equal to n. I is equal to 1. Take the temporary data. And here I will use what? I here. I here. Or instead of worrying about that, you simply write what? I. Because I am preserving my original value in the temporary variable t. So here I will write preserving original value in temporary variable I. Try to run this. I say 4 factorial of 4. You say 6 of it. If you want, If you don't want that factorial, you want the symbolic notation like that also you can take. You can take like this also. Try to run it. I say some 6, 7. 7 factorial is equal to. You say some value called 2. 2 factorial is equal to. You say 0. 0 factorial is equal to 1. Able to understand? So how the 0 factorial 1? I'm doing that. 0 less than 0 false. Coming to this place. Fact 1. I is 0. That is n is 0. 0 greater than 1. Today you are not looking good. Not looking good and not in subject mode. Anything happen problem? Huh? Are you affecting with nature or what? Very cool air, becoming dull like that? Any such problems? Huh? Or you slept and then directly wake up and came to the class? Huh? I found in 60% of the people that type of nature. I found like that. So, correct? మీరు చెప్పినా చెప్పకపోయినా నాకు తెలుస్తుంది. Yes, you are different. So when before you are coming to the class, you read and come. So you are on the subject part. So to work on the brain well, you have to work something. Morning onwards, I'm going on taking. Still, I'm going to be on subject mode. Directly, if I come to my home, beginning first 10 minutes, I'm not in the correct flow of the subject. Okay. So first, be in the before coming to the class. Try to open your book and at least sit before the notes. Understand? This is about another logic I said. Got it up? Now, shall we go to one more? Now I am introducing while loop. Shall I introduce for loop? Now I am introducing for loop. Online students, did you understand up to here? Did you understand up to here? So one small survey question. Do you like coding or theory? But you are not like that. Not like that. When I'm explaining while loop concept diagram and everything, your readiness in understanding is different. When I'm writing coding, you are going in different setup. Anyhow, so both. Now I'm going to enter into the which loop I'm going to introduce? For loop, I will open it. Anyhow, just I'm asking a survey. So go to the 6 p.m. Go to this place. Here I'm going to loops here, notes here, looping statements. I'm entering into where? For loop I'm entering. For loop I'm going to enter. So here, see this now, for loop I'm going to. So very, very easy. So what is that? When you explain coding, of course, coding. What is that? When you explain coding, of course, coding, sir. Okay, let us start. Now I'm going to enter into for loop. I'm going to discuss syntax number 1. I'm talking. Syntax number 2. I'm talking. Okay. Syntax number 1. Now I'm going to say syntax number 2. Syntax number 2. I'm going to take it. Syntax number 1 and syntax number 2. I'm going to explain. Now here for loop I am using it. Go to once and then I am demonstrating the need of for loop. When do you go for loop? When do you go for while loop? I want to give a small explanation here. Of course, if I'm there, for example, if any problem is given, if loop is coming, I can use while loop as well as for loop I can use. But when you practice also well, you will also use both of them to solve any problem. But which one is easy, which one is difficult, you need to see. Which one is easy, which one is difficult, you need to check it out. Let us go to this place. Now I'm going to take it first time For loop example, for loop example 1.py. For loop example dot py. Carefully look at dot py. S is equal to Python. S is equal to Python. So S is equal to Python. Coming to the point of it. So okay. Now coming to the point back. Now I'm going to introduce S is equal to Python. Now I want to print this P Y T H O N. P Y T H O N. I want to go for displaying it. How do you display? How many letters are there? How many? 6. And I need to display how many letters? 6 letters. Is it looping is there or not? Looping is there. How do you write the while loop? Hmm? How do you write while loop? While you stuck up there. Okay. If I'm a student, if I'm a correct student, if I'm reading my notes, my sir said already memory management of what? Yes. Because my sir said when while loop comes or any loop comes, my sir said 3 points. Initialization, condition, updation. You will remember the 3 points, but when you apply to the subject, you are not applying. That is the point. That is the problem with you. That is the problem with you. You will remember 3 points. Okay, good. But you have to apply. That is you are lacking. Not only you, most of the students. So, what is this P and Y, T, H, O, N? My sir said that what? Initialization. But the data is called what? String. Then I will find out. My sir said already index management 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hence, my index is 0. Then is it not an initial point? What is the I value here? 0. What is my ending point? 5. 5 is nothing but what? My sir said already. Length of S. Length of S. What is the length of S? 6. 6, 5 or 6. Python contains 6 letters. What I will write it? While I less than of len of s. Len of s. Less than or equal to I am not writing. Less than len of s. You know already indexing, you know. Len, you know. All those things, you know. But it should come to the brain. It should come to the brain. Sir, how it will come? Practicing, reading, concentrating. So, coming to the point of it, I will write print of. When I write I, what it will print? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only print. Indexes only will print. But index related value I want to print. Index related value I want to print. My sir said index syntax also. S of I will write it. S of I will write it. What it will print? Values will print. I is equal to what I will do? I plus 1. Initialization, condition, updation. So, start here. What is this now? I is equal to 0 while I less than len of s, and I will print len of s. Print of what? If I write only I is equal to I plus 1. Only indices are printing. Only indices are printing. I don't want indices. Indices related value. So I will write what? S of I. S of I. That's all. It is going to give you the data called Python. Not only that, it is not only Python, I can say input of enter str data, enter str data. Not only that, anything HYDERABAD. So I'm going to get like that. You say some name KVR. So I'm getting the data. You say that Python, Python you say, I'm getting Python because it is measuring the length, starts from 0 like that. Are you following me? Right. How many lines of code is written for that? Third line, fourth line, fifth line, sixth line. And almost I written 4 lines. So is there anything which is a simplified format which I can finish it in 2 lines? That is called for loop. What is this S here? Object of str. Str object is called a dash object. Str object is called a dash object. Huh? Str object. Str object is called a dash object. So mutable object is saying is a blunder. Str is called immutable object. First of all, str is called immutable object. You cannot change the content of it. No? Very good. Nice. Good. Good student. Iterable object. List. These are all called iterable object. That is what I am expecting. Who are you? I am a human being. Blunder. Who are you? Pythonist. Correct answer. So S is called what? Iterable object. Iterable object is one which contains more than one value. More than one value. Already I mentioned it. Iterable objects are what? Non-iterable objects are what? I already mentioned it. STR is called what? It is a iterable object. That too, it is a immutable object, not mutable object. Okay. Anyhow, student, now I am taking S is equal to what I am taking? Python. So how this Python works? Now I am going to take up. Very, very simple. I am writing the simple example for loop. I will write it. For loop doesn't require explicit initialization like while loop. Doesn't require. Python for loop doesn't require explicit condition like while loop. Python for loop doesn't require explicit updation. Doesn't require. Automatic initialization to first value, automatic condition generation, automatic updation also it will take. Sir, how to? I will explain. Sir, if I want my own condition, how to? I will show you that also. So for everything systematical, I will explain. Go for it. For variable name, for is a keyword. Variable name can be anything to be taken. In I am writing. In is a keyword. Iterable object I am writing. Iterable object. Iterable object I am writing. Iterable object, colon. And I am writing statement 1, stmt1, stmt2, stmt2, so on. I will write stmtn. Number of statements I am writing. How this will work? Simple. For keyword will take first value of iterable object. First value means what? Internally takes as a 0th index value. Assigned to not 0 index value from iterable object. Take the first value kept in where? Variable name. And that time it will execute the block of statement for first iteration. It will go to the for loop once again. For will take the PVM to get back to the control. It will take the second value of iterable object and kept into for variable name again. Execute the second time. Go to the third time. Third value of iterable object kept into variable name. Execute. Fifth value, fourth value, sixth value, seventh value. If 10 values are there, 10 times this block of statements will repeat. In simple word, for loop will execute for every value of iterable object. Each value of iterable object kept into for variable name and execute the block of statements. If there are 6 values are there, first it will keep first value, second value, third value, fourth value, fifth value, sixth value. Like that it will repeat my block of statements. Then I'll write the code. Go. Come on. What is my syntax? For variable name in iterable object. For ch in yes. What is s? Iterable object. What is ch? My own variable name. I am writing what here? Ch. What is the first value of s? P. Kept in where? Sage. Print what? P. Next go to where? Second value of S. What is the second value of S? Y. Print what? Y. Third value of S. T. T will print. Fourth value of H. H will print. Another value O. Print. N value printed. And then next for loop becomes fail. 6 times only repeated. Automatically condition will become false. When no more values in iterable object, for loop becomes what? Fail. Execute the answer now. So I got my data. How many lines I wrote? How many lines? 2 lines. Earlier, how many lines? Please tell me with while loop. Here I am writing print by using which loop? While loop. By using while loop. Tell me I is equal to 0 while explicit initialization I less than what? Len of S. Len of S. Print of what? S of I. S of I. I is equal to what? I plus 1. Explicit initialization, explicit condition, explicit updation. Is it not a little hard to write? Yes, it is little hard to write. So is there any simplest way to get the data? This I am going to write it. Print of what I am writing? By using which loop? For loop. How do you write it? Come on. For CH in where? Yes, sir. Print of what now? CH. That's all. Try to run this. Both of them got the same answer. So instead of writing 4 things, I am writing in 2 lines. Whichever we are convenient, we can use it. Online students, I hope it is more clear. Is it clear, students? Now. Is it understandable? Now. Go to back. This is one thing. Once for loop is becoming false, it is going to where? It is going to where? It is going to else part. Else part. Here I will write what statements? Else block of statements. Else block of statements. I already suggested when to write else block of statements. If I did any calculation in which part? For loop. Such a type of calculated result you want to display, I will go for what? Yes. After writing the examination of 6 days, waiting for the results. In which block? Else block. You have done some 1 month preparation and written the exam and waiting for the result. In which block? Else block. Don't tell that example in interview. After doing some calculation recursively, iteratively, accumulating the results to display such results, I will use what? Else. So else will execute after for loop becomes false. For loop executes how many times? How many times? Length times it will execute. Length times. If my list is if my iterable object contain 20 values, how many times it will display? 20 times. If it is containing only 4 values, how many times? 4 values. Understand that? Online students, did you understand this concept, students? Now I will show you a small concept here. Go to my place. Here I will take loops and I'll show you for loop here. Just for a minute here. For loop concept. Please read out for loop. This is syntax number 1. I wrote directly indentation block of statements. Here also for loop second one. Indentation block of statement. Else block of statements. Other statements in the program. Here also other statements in the program. Come on, read out. Here for, in, and else are what? Keywords. Here iterable object represents sequence type, all of them. List type, set type, and what? Dict type. The execution process of for loop is that. For loop is that. Come on. Each element of iterable object selected, comma, placed in variable, and executes indentation block of statements. This process will be repeated until all elements of iterable object completed. Understood that? Next, when all the elements of iterable object completed, then PVM comes out of for loop and executes the else block of statements which are written under else block. Writing else block is optional. So for loop takes care about automatic initialization, automatic condition, automatic updation. No need to write explicit initialization, explicit condition, explicit updation. Did you observe that? So convenient with what? While loop or for loop? Hmm? For loop. But today I am saying that's why. Suppose if non-iterable object is given, how can you go for loop? I'll go for what? While loop. Is it like that? No. Even though non-iterable object is given, I will convert that non-iterable object into what? Iterable object by using which data type? By using which data type? Come on, STR. Range data type. I want to display 1 to n numbers. N is called 5. 5 is called what? Int data. I will go for what? Displaying 1, 2. I cannot write like this. I cannot go like this. See, for x in 5, for x in 6, print of what? X. It is an error. Beginning, it is an error only. See that int is not a iterable. How can I convert into iterable? It is a matter of writing what? If this is called what? Range of 1 comma 6. I'm just writing it. Data types are super important. Data types are super important. So done. So that I will take care. Is it clear or not clear? Right. One more example I will tell you. Online students, can you please respond once? Is it clear for you about for loop? For loop example 2.py. For loop example 2.py. So go to this place. For loop example 2.py. So here, taking this data. For loop example 2.py. Clear. Okay, good. So 2.py. There I am writing LST is equal to, చూడండి sir, LST is equal to 10 comma, row sum comma, and I am writing 34.56 comma, some 2 comma, some 2 plus 3j comma, and I am writing something like Python. I am writing Python. Now I want to display this data by using what loop? While loop. Value by value I want to display. Possible or not possible? Hmm? Possible. Possible. Huh? Possible. Possible. When I asked 3 times, not possible. Possible. Already my sir said list indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Starts from where? 0. Increasing. So how do you write it? By using what loop? For loop. By using while loop. While loop. How do you do this? Come on. While. What is this now? I is equal to what? 0. What I should write it? I less than len of LST. len of LST. Print of what? LST of I. LST of I. I is equal to what? I plus 1. I is equal to I plus is equal to 1. I plus is equal to 1. What is that plus equal to? Short and operator కాదు మొద్దు బాబులు. Short and plus operator. Short and operator is not there. Short and operator is not there. Short and operator is not a name of the operator. Short and plus operator is a name of the short and operator. There is no short and operator. There is no name for the human being as human being. Human being is having a name as what? X, Y, Z, KVR, PQR, etc. is there. Okay, now please overcome that. Okay, overcome that. Come to the point back. Am I getting or not? Yes, written. This is, I am using, this is called else. Here I am writing while else. This is called a while else. While else. Now it is, I am writing, this is another statement for while else. Execute. This is called what? Done. While else loop is coming or not? While else part this is. So this is called a while else part. How do you do it? By using another way? చూడండి 1 minute. Don't get any things like this. This is called the data. 10. This is a row sum. 34.56 and then true and then 2 plus 3j and then Python. Correct? You are dealing with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or not like that 6 and etc. But I want to get this side. this side. This side in the sense like this. This side in the sense like this. How many values? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is this now? Minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. I want to do like this. Can you do with this? This is called which indexing? Positive indexing. While loop. By using what? By using what? Positive indexing. Positive indexing. Now I am asking a question. With what indexing? While loop only. By using what indexing? Negative indexing. Negative indexing. Come on. Come on. I is equal to minus 1. Minus 6 or minus 7, I don't know. It may be contain 20 values also. 22, 23 years came and you don't know how to write it. I already said 4 corner elements, 0, len of s minus 1, minus 1, minus of len of s. 4 corner elements I said or not? That 4 corner elements are very, very important. When do you realize, students? Are you careful by yourself? Huh? So here I am going to write it. Len of this I wrote it. Here I am going to write it. How I will write it? While I, wrong answer, I less than or equal to minus 1. Minus 6 is always less than or equal to minus 1. If I write greater than like that, what is happening? What is happening? Minus 6. Minus 6 greater than or equal to minus 1. True or false? False means while loop will not execute. Such a small things also you are getting. Then actually if I say you will feel it. By saying your answers, I am thinking that you are in 4th class. 4th class. 4th class. So, anyhow, my dear students, don't feel because of my words. Because I'll tell like that only. I is equal to what? I is equal to what? Minus 1. Muddu Babu plus 1. Minus 6 plus 1 minus 5. Minus 5 plus 1 minus 4. Minus 4 plus 1 minus 3. Minus 3 plus 1 minus 2. Minus 3 plus 1 minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 0. 0 greater than or equal to minus 1 false. It will stop. First, that's why index I am printing. Just enjoy the index. What is this now? Here I have it. What is this value here? What is the value I am having? I less than. Because you said that greater than. I want to show you. That's why no result. Actually less than or equal to. So come to the point back. Got the data. Minus 6, minus 5 like that. Are you following that? This data related value, I will write it. What is this now? LST of what? Like that. See the data which is coming like that. With a positive indexing, with a negative indexing. Beautiful. Got it. If you look at like that, I'm getting fear about it. So coming to this area. Now I'm going to use it for loop. By using for loop, I want to go for it. By using for loop, by using for loop, I'm saying here I never bother about forward or backward. I'm never bother about it. What is my thing? For CH in where? LST. That's all. Print of what? CH. That's all. Getting. Sir, I want with the indexing mechanism with for loop. Possible or not possible? 100% possible. I want reversed data, sir. Reversed data. Colon minus 1. Colon minus 1. Am I getting in which order? Negative. Negative. So, sir, I want this same thing with the range, sir. Okay, anyhow you do with. Now I am going to deal with. This is you keep it. With the positive indexing, I will carry students and a ways and means I am showing to you. Here I am saying for loop with what? Positive index. Positive index I am going to show. How do I do it? For, come on, I in range of 0, comma, len of what? LST. What is the LEN of LST? 6. 6. 0 to 6 means what? 0 to 6 minus 1, 5. And the print of what? I. 0 to 6. First value 0. Next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See the indexes. See students, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to print the data. How do you print it? LST of what? I. LST of I. Super. Execute this. See the answer. Getting. Understand? This is called what? With index I printed. With what index I want? Negative index. Negative index I want. Online students. Don't make it to bounce out of your understanding. With what index? Negative index. Minus 6 you want a, minus 1 onwards you want a. Both you want a. Minus 6 onwards you want a, minus 1 onwards you want a. Both you want a. What do you want? Whatever you say, we'll listen. Rendu తెలియదు మాకు. We don't know both. So no problem. I'll start from both. First I'll start with what? Minus. Minus 6. LEN of what? LST. LST. Comma what? Comma what? 0. 0. Written. What is the first value here? Come on. Minus 6. What is the index printed you see? What is the value printed? Minus 6. Next, what is the value next? 0. Next, minus 6. What is the next? 0. And no increment, nothing. What is the default incrementation? Plus 1. Already said plus step. Range is containing 3 syntaxes. Range of value, range of start comma stop, range of start comma stop comma step. You have to remember that. What is the default step of 1 and 2 syntaxes? Plus 1. If you want backward direction or something, minus 1 will use. మీకు ఎప్పుడు గుర్తుండాలి అవన్నీ అసలు. So minus 6, minus 5, minus, by default it is increasing. By default it is increasing. So I will write it what here? LST of it. LST of I will write it. LST of I will write it. Values are coming like this. Python, everything is coming. Are you getting? Here, whatever is coming with positive index, with a negative index also I got the same. Beautiful. Even if we write a comma, what I will write it? 1 also. Need not write 1. By default, I am writing 1 only. Same output is coming. This was already mentioned in the notes. Syntax 1, syntax 2 over note point I was written. Still I am remembering what I wrote in my notes. But you will not remember. When sir says, you will remember. Concentration, commitment important. Now this is done. This is not necessary. With what I want, minus 1 onwards I want. And a reverse order I want. So this is called what? Forward direction. With the for loop I will go to, with what data I want? Like this. Come on. With a negative index, in which order? Reverse order. Actually, you need not to struggle that much. What I can say simply, colon minus 1. Smart way. Smart way. Print of what? I. Simply. Value will be coming. Directly value. Reverse order values are coming. Smart way. They will ask sometimes without using slicing. Without using reverse slicing, I want to use range data type. That time, this is one thing. This is one thing. Another way is what? Like this. What is this now? With this, with the slicing. With the slicing. This is what? Without slicing. Without slicing. Go. Come on. Start. Range of. Range of. Range of. Start minus 1. తెలుసు కదా, అది తెలుసా? Start. Last onwards means minus 1. Comma. Minus of what? LEN of LST. That is called what? Minus 6. Minus 6. Comma. What is that? Minus 1. Minus 1. What is this now? Print of what? I. You print I. Run this. Now see the data. What is coming? Minus 5 only coming. Minus 6 is not coming. What I will do? Add what? Add what? Plus 1. Who is that plus 1? Go to home. So this is going to be called what? Minus 6. Minus 6. Minus 1 to minus 6. Now I will print my data. What is that now? LST of I. LST of I. So LST of I. Run. Now see the data getting. This is not today. I'm not doing magics. Already whatever I taught today, I'm just taking it. Range data type. So you might be read a range data type very long back, but this is daily. These data types are useful. So data types, if you know perfectly, you can do wonders. Right. So online students, did you understand this entire mechanism, students? Here I'll write one else part. I'm writing here. Print off. I'm just writing something like this. Print off something like this. I'm writing only to print else related thing. Are you following this? Else part I said, and the last one is this one. For loop is easier, difficult. Easy. So whatever the question you give it, that I can do with what? For loop. Right? Open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Hmm? Ankit? Ankit is asking a question. You will upload these examples also. Ankit, my dear student, I think, are you suffering with notes? Are you not receiving notes, my dear student Ankit? Am I not uploading the examples? Uploading or not uploading? Uploading everything I am uploading. Ankit, are you not getting notes, my dear student? Ankit, are you not getting notes? Ankit, tell me. Hmm? Yesterday, you have not uploaded the notes on while loop, is it? Did not upload? Huh? Uploaded or not uploaded? Uploaded. Uploaded. I uploaded. So I uploaded the notes. So we that person I will see. Not uploaded. Not this one. This is Java, KVR Python. So I will compulsory upload. I may forget my house route only. I may forget my house route, but I will not forget my notes uploading. So coming to this place, once I will look into that. Huh? Emma? Hmm. 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 I'll check it out. Check చేస్తాను. While loop concept. While loop concept. This place also. While loop. While loop. Maybe you are asking this, I think so. This one. ఇదా? Okay. ఏముంది ఇందులో? Okay. This also I will upload. Okay. This also I will upload. This also I will upload. So, okay. I'll upload that also. Okay now? So, okay. So, but index you are not asking. Index also important now. Index. Cover page, book page, all those things. Anyhow, students, this also I'll upload it. Right up. Open the notes. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate multiplication table of a given positive number of a given positive number by using for loop, by using for loop, by using for loop. Start. Already while loop I said now, said or not? For loop, look at for loop example 3.py. For loop example 3.py. For loop example 3.py. Program for generating what? Multiplication table for a given positive number. For a given positive number. Tell me, n is equal to int of input of, come on, enter a number for generating multiplication table. Multiplication table. If the value is going to be what? Less than or equal to 0, what input it is? Invalid input. Is invalid input. Dot format of what? N. Okay. Next I am going to write it. Else part. What should I do in else part? Come on. Generating. Right? So, generating. Now I'll go to what? Multiplication table. So, now my dear student, don't see what I'm typing inside of this. This is a spelling mistake. I am going to do it. You please concentrate on logics. Harish and Hemnath Sai. Okay. So this is whatever I write inside of it, that will come. So student must concentrate on the logic. Now, come on now. What should I do now? I say, here I will write it 50. Print of what? Multiplication table for what? Dot format of what? N. So N. So there I will write it. Print of this data. Print of this data. Tell me now. For loop I want to use. Multiplication table contains what? 9 into 1 is equal to 9. 9 into 2 is equal to 18. So on 9 into what? 10 is equal to 90. What is this now? 1 to 10 numbers to generate or not? How do you generate 1 to 10 numbers? For I in range of 1 comma 11. Do you know that? 1 comma 11. 1 comma 11 means it will take up to what? 1 to 10. Print of what? I say n value into I value is equal to dot format of what? N comma I comma n into I. N into I. Are you following? No need to go for any incrementation. No need to go for any updation. No need to go for any such type of things. Are you able to follow? Done. Try to run it. Now I am writing this under else part also. Under else part also I will go for it. See students, now I'll say ninth table. Ninth table is coming. Are you able to get it? You try to run it. Say some 16th table, getting like this. You say some negative number, say some negative number, invalid input. Are you able to get students? 0 here. This is a 0 is an invalid input. Clear or not clear? So this is what I am using here. Range data type. Can you do some homework by yourself? Right down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate odd numbers, within n, which will generate odd numbers within n, which will generate odd numbers within n. So odd numbers within n means what? See, range of my n is called 10 students. What is that now? 1 comma. What is that? N plus 1 I need to take it. Comma what I should say? 2 I will take it. 1, 3, 5, 7. Like that I will go on taking. Are you getting? Whether it is given number is even or odd, it doesn't matter. You will be getting that. Will you do homework? Yes. One more example, homework. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will generate even numbers, within n, within n, within n. You will do that. Easy. One more example also. Homework. That is also homework. Write a Python program which will calculate factorial of a number by using for loop. Factorial of a number by using for loop. Factorial of a number by using for loop. So simplified. No need to take I is equal to 1 or something. You can directly go for it. Will you do it or shall I do it? You will do or I should do? You will do. And if you don't do, I also don't do. Finally, what problem will come? Will you do it? Right. Online students. Online students. You will do or shall I do? Okay. Homework. Okay, good. So we will do. Nice. Done. Okay. Next. One more you write it. Write a Python program which will generate odd numbers in reverse order. Odd numbers in reverse order within the given number, within the given range, within the given range, within the given range, within the given range. So that means if it is a 10, you have to start from where? 9. Already I said one tip for you. 9, 7, like that. Range of what? Decrementation you need to use. -2 decrementation you need to take care. Okay now? So will you do that? So that part you take care, students. Next, so I'll stop my class now. Tomorrow class when I come back, on this part, I'll tell you second level examples. I will tell you second level. These are all comes under first level only. Second level is there, third level is there, fourth level is also there. So many second level I'm going to enter. Okay, don't miss the classes. When coding comes, when you don't practice, you will feel difficult. Next classes you won't understand. When you don't understand, you will be out of order. When you practice and come, then you will follow. Okay, students, I'll talk to you if any doubts are there. So I'll clarify your doubts. If anybody is having the doubt, you hold on. Who don't have the doubts, you can leave the session. Thank you. All the best. Carry on. VSS Ramakrishna. VSS Ramakrishna.
Sir, once explain the negative indexing for loop, sir. Once again.
Negative indexing for loop.
Okay. Yes, sir. Negative indexing for.
Negative indexing means this one. Number
Yes,
of
sir.
values. This is from
number
here minus n. Minus n means length of this.
Yes, sir.
LN of LST.
Yes, sir.
If I want to take this one, I would write -1. I wrote it here.
Okay, sir.
And this is a -1. And what is the adjacent of that? 0. That's why I wrote 0. 0 minus 1 is -1. This is the data we are going to get it.
Okay, sir.
Next, Tulasi. Tulasi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Tulasi.
Sir, in the for loop example one, while the list items are printed in the using while loop, is it possible to in reverse order print
No,
by
can you
using
repeat?
while?
Can you repeat? Some breaking is taking place.
Okay, sir. So the list items, can we repeat print by using while loop?
Reverse, huh?
Yes, sir.
You can print it. Why not? We can print it. We can
Sir,
print it
please explain.
like this. Minus of LEN of LST.
Okay, sir.
I will write it. Reverse order you are asking, correct?
Yes, sir.
Reverse order.
Yes, sir.
With negative indexing or reverse order?
Reverse order, sir.
Reverse order means -1. You need to
Okay.
start with -1. -1 greater than or equal to minus of LEN of LST. And this
Okay, sir.
one, and you need to write minus is equal to. You will get the data. So see that this is the data we got it in the beginning. Beginning output is this one.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Online students. Hemnath Sai.
Sir, cleared, sir. Previous you explained. Same doubts.
Which one?
Yeah,
Which one?
you explained to that girl, no, sir. Same.
This one, huh?
Yeah, greater than. To print the reverse order, we should apply greater than symbol. So that's my.
Yes. Already explained, na? You did not listen, huh?
Yeah, I listen, sir. I listen, sir.
Again, I have to explain, huh?
No, cleared, sir. Thank you.
Clear. Okay, cleared. Okay, fine. Next student is Anita. Anita. Anita.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, can you explain that factorial numbers, sir? Factorial in that from else part there is confusions to me, sir.
What is that else part? This one, huh?
No, sir, 4 into 2 into something is there, no, sir, reverse maybe. 4 into 2.
That is easy. What is that?
This
4
one,
factorial.
this
4
from
into
else. Yes, sir.
3 into 2 into 1. First 4
Yes, sir.
decrementing 4 minus 1. 3 minus 1. 2 minus 1 decrementing.
So from here,
after finalizing this result, we are printing the result in the box at the end of it. And this n is exceeding to 0. I am preserving that n into some temporary variable to get my original value. That I am using it to print the original data here.
okay, sir.
Right. Anybody else, students having the doubts? So Shahrukh Khan, sir, how much Python content should I know to learn Django? See, my dear student, one thing I'll tell you. To learn any kind of Django, up to data types is enough. If the faculty teaches well, the data types is more than enough. If the faculty want to say something, he will say you need to know that, this, etc. So many things they will say. But if the faculty want to tell clearly and more clearly, if they are having good subject, data types is more than enough. You can do that well. Shahrukh Khan, I think you got it. Now, you can learn it. You can learn Django, no problem. With this knowledge, you can learn perfectly. If the teacher teaches well. Okay, fine. So, okay, students, no more hand raising symbols are there. I think all the doubts are cleared. Now I will upload the notes to you. Thank you. All the best.